Right, so I'm gonna have to be fairly quiet because Eris has gone to sleep. Just don't think she can hear me, but she is on the other side of that wall. Babies. Right, yes. So we just spoke to Mariah, who is completely batshit crazy. Who goes there? Are you a fucking guard? Job. Oh god. How do I get to spells? There we go. Sell. Which day? There we go. Right. Fourth circle. Mark. Yes. Yes. Fourth circle. Recall. Why is that 60? And I need the seance spell. 80. Fucking hell. Shared house for the lose. How can resurrect cost 4? Is she charging me ridiculous prices because she's mental? Because some of those were just stupid. Recall, mark, and seance. Right, so I've got every spell in linear. And I've nearly got every spell in the fourth circle. That's my energy field, got that. Energy miss, restoration. I think I'm about out of money. Yes. First circle. No. Yes. Second circle. A great light and wizard eye. Yeah. No, so I'm out of money. Bye. I think the money she charges is completely random because she's nuts. So, we do need to steal anything we can find. It's more weird if you put it on the desk so you can actually see it. Alright. Well, that's because I haven't been moving. Who are you? You see a woman who meets your gaze with an icy stare. I'm Zelda. Do 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 do. And the advisor. The Lyceum is the building which thou dost stand. Giant library. Structure has changed, yeah, somewhat. Manage and regulate the events in the Lyceum. Provide assistance to the people in Moonglow when they need it. Charge maintain the reading areas and bring in new books. Yep, townspeople. No one in the Lyceum. Head and his twin Brian. trainer also studies here. I already know about Penumbra. Mariah's here. If you should know about me with the fellowship, ask the clerk. Otherwise, let me return to my duties. Keep that voice down. People are trying to read. Well, you were asleep. Gillian, very well behaved, quiet, tidy, she's an excellent scholar. So, if you're going to seek her out, don't try not to overturn any shelves. Okay, why would I do that? Mariah used to be an adept mage. She's now mad. Don't disorganise the shelves. Nelson is very competent, although a little eccentric. I do wish he would refrain from showing off his collection of trinkets to everyone who enters the building. Always makes such a commotion. Her chilly expression melts away. Brian. He's very open-minded and idealistic. He knows the heavens quite well. I find him very attractive, but I don't know how to convey my intentions. Unless, perchance, my lord will hate me. Wilt thou agree to tell him for me? Yes. Thank thee. For thy kindness, I'll give thee this white potion I found once while straightening the basement. Great. Looking back up here, he says, Penumbra is a sage who put herself to sleep 2 centuries ago. Rumour has it that only the Avatar can awaken her. New books arrived not long ago, including the recently rediscovered copy of Mariah and Spectre's work, The Avatar's Adventures. Can avoid creating too much of a disturbance, I recommend it to thee. Tell its last thing, will it depart, so I may return to my job. Yes. To discover the tome in the lower depths of the basement. We have no way to account for the accuracy of the contents, but have noticed many parallels between the events in the work and the events in Britannia's recent history. The book is a copy of the Avatar's diary, written about 200 years ago during his most recent visit to Britannia. Of course, it has been annotated by others. Republished to give the general public more courage and confidence. And now, goodbye. You are the weakest link. Fuck off. Ah, well, it's Friday tomorrow. It's the main thing. For some of you. Oh god, she's still not asleep. Come on, you're rubbing your eyes. Salutations, Slegnor. I have never met you. You may call me Nelson. I see him heading Moonglow. My assistant Zelda does most of the work. Love the island and the people, mostly the people. Excellent system, never performed better, however she's a little too stern. I think she's quite beautiful. Do you not agree? I'm flustered whenever a fair presence passes. But, she holds, I fear she does not share mutual attraction. She's far too serious for me to feel comfortable with the proposal. Oh. It wasn't important anyway, seeing as I've just told you she fancies your brother. Your twin brother. My brother's in the observatory, and you can find Mariah. She's not well in the head. There's Gillian. The bartender, already spoke to him. Must forget the legend of Penumbra. 200 years ago, she fell asleep. How? No problem. How does he know me? I don't think we met him in 6. But you will see Nelson again in another game. Twin, Brian, Mariah. She's gone mad. Fiercey. Yeah, Penumbra. I believe the mystery sign on the door required to have specific items placed next to the plaques. Have free reign of the building. First, let me show you my bookstand. Solid brass bookstand as matching overhanging candle holder for Nate-like explanation in literature. Your bookmark. This holding a solid gold sheet shaped like a maple leaf. I purchased it at an auction for only half of its value. Quill holder. The matching scroll opener is also missing. Leather-bound tome removes a handkerchief and meticulously wipes away the dust. This is given to me by Lord British himself. See, it is the first edition. It's gonna be the Wizard of Oz, isn't it? Turn the right up, you can read the title Stranger in a Strange Land. Stranger in a Strange Land by Robert Heinlein. Robert Heinlein, didn't he write? Yeah, it's science fiction stuff, isn't it? He writes Skullface. Right, so fucking I cannot remember anything. SC HOL Scholar. So it just says Scholar. So Penumbra has put herself to sleep, but she's in a house. Jesus. How am I supposed to find? Lord British, the biography of Britannia's long-time ruler. Well, many may remember the Lord British was once but one of 8 monarchs way back when lands were known as Cesaria. If you were aware that he's not even native of our own of Britannia. His origin is from another world, one from which he entered ours by way of a Red Moon Gate. In fact, it is through the same type of gate that the Avatar of Legend purportedly enters Britannia. As ruler of one of the 8 kingdoms, he was instrumental in selecting a champion to face mundane Minax and Exodus. When the terrible Machine X was defeated, 'twas Lord British behind whom all the people of Cesaria rallied. Unified land became known as Britannia with Lord British as sole monarch. Though nevertheless said he rules with a tyrannical hand, his reign has always been one of truth, love and courage, spotted by his unloved beliefs in the 8 virtues. It was Lord British who had the insight to call forth the quest for the Avatar, whom also happened to be the champion from the days of Cesaria, gave prosperity and happiness unto the people. Then came his mysterious disappearance when the stranger who became the Avatar was called by his companions. Cleared in the search of the lost monarch, note how Lord Blackthorn, affected by the Shadow Lords, quickly turned Britannia's fair lands into a place of terror, but to find a noble lord the Avatar did, and Britannia was restored to its former peaceful state. Then came the Gargoyles, and our honourable sovereign thoughtfully requested the return of the Avatar. No, he didn't. I got called by the fucking Gargoyles. I'm looking for a particular book. The game really doesn't like it in here. It's just, I think there's just too much stuff on screen building wise. So where's the entrance to the basement then? I believe the keyword in Sundial is sun. Oh. You see a fox standing on his hind legs staring directly at you. My name is Frank. Well, you can't be Frank. Frank's the stable guy from Trinsic. Devout follower of honesty. And who would you be? I am Slegnor. Ah, it's good that you did tell me. One should always be honest in one's dealings with others. By the by, thy voice crackles too much. I am on a quest for honesty. By the by, thou mightst have more friends if thou dost bathe a little more often. Yes, as in take a bath. I must inform thee that just truly stink. Speaking of thy friends, I have heard that thy companion, Dupre, is a drunken sot. Nice. Hey, I don't think Yes, from what I've been told, that Dupre has no will when confronted with a tankard of, well, anything. As a matter of fact, those fairly poor tasting companions overall. I'm glad you just asked, my lord. Thy friend Yolo charges far too much for his bows. Perhaps thou couldst have a chat with him. Too much? What do you mean, too? His bows and crossbows just aren't of the quality that's worth that kind of gold he charges. He takes a step back. Gads, thy breath could gag an ox. Thou should consider taking better care of thy teeth, or thy fellows will leave thee. Reason for thy offensive mouth odour. I have not seen anything that yellow since the time thy fellow Shamino ran away from a battle in fear. You must be mad, Shamino turns to you. This rogue needs to be taught a lesson. Thy friend Shamino Slegnor has quite a bellicose temper. And, peering very closely at your face, I never noticed how large thy nose is. It's amazing, let us find enough air to breathe. Yes, bellicose, warlike, angry. If there's not that, I believe thou needs to improve thy vocabulary. Thou art too unschooled. Trust me, my lord. Thou art too ignorant to argue with me. Oh, this is too much. Truly quite large, and not the least bit attractive. Well, go fuck yourself. That was the manners of a pig. Just not polite to break conversation so abruptly. Well, I might just murder you, because that would be easier. Okay, so they've said they found stuff in the basement of the Lyceum. Yet it doesn't have a basement that I can see. I can't see any stairs down. Stairs up. So it's all just a ploy. God, nobody in this town's got any gold for me to steal. And they look like fellowshipy type people. It's a young woman with an intellectual bearing. I am Julian. I'm a scholar, tutor and train those who seek knowledge at Moonglow. 35 gold for each training session. Yes, I will train. Gather your gold and count, and you have 28 gold. Well, islands located due east to a few degrees south of the city of Britain. I know that. I'm here. Who are you? See a man with a sour expression on his face holding a baby boy. As he sees you, his face brightens. I'm Ephraim, my lord. I'm a simple resident of Moonglow. Aha, Scooby Snacks. Nice. What is thy name? I am the Avatar. Well, aha, the Avatar that says whatever thou thinkest. Since the baby, this poor person here wants to be the Avatar. Too bad there's only one Avatar in Mikhail. That's the name of my son. 'Tis a good name, yes? No. What about Moonglow? Fair town, a little too crowded these days. Much nicer place. Moonglow was separate from Lyceum, much smaller. Place too large to really get to know anyone. Not that I've had much of an opportunity. I'd stay at home and take care of my son. This is not a job for a man. My wife should be home with that boy. Not me, I should be out earning a living. That's what I ought to be doing. My wife, Gillian, she's the scholar, she's a very good one too. Not that I could have done that well. I could have, not that I could not have done well. I could have better, in fact. It's not worth arguing about now. She has her occupation, even though I do not have one. I should have a job though. You not agree, my lord? It's not what a man ought to be doing. Stay at home raising the children. 'Tis a disgrace. Well, that's alright, I understand you have real man things to do. Ah. That baby's not falling out. Did last time. Okay, so where's Penumbra's house? That nobody can gain access to. Ah. H-A-M, hammer here to E-N-T, hammer here to enter. I need a hammer. I'm guessing that you've not still got your hammer. No. Well, yesterday, for the first time in a long time, I was playing Rust and DayZ. Seen as Desolation mod for Arma 3 is not working at the moment. I spoke to you as they're revamping it. I died fairly quickly in both. Nice. Go back to bed so I can bail you. Oh. See a woman, very serious look about her. My name is Balanya. I'm clerk of the Moonglow branch of the Fellowship. Fellowship is blah 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 blah. Clerk. My job is to keep records during the meetings and to administrate the decisions of this branch. Seems to be an appropriate place to start the branch. There are too many good citizens. No, there are good citizens here in Moonglow. Oh no! Well, thank God for that. We have our meetings at 9 at night, the customary time. After Rankin's lecture, we all discuss the wonderful aspects of our life that have been announced by the Fellowship. Surprised at the statement. Well, I believe that many of the people are strong mind and character, just the kind of people the Fellowship needs to go out and spread guidance, prosperity. I know very few people. Blah de blah, whatever. Oh no, no. I don't care about the principles. Ranking. Yeah, travelling through the city. Britain. I'm unsure whether Rankin is worthy of his position. I'm talking to the new member, Tolmac, just for Rankin persuaded to join. He admitted to having doubts about the Fellowship. He told Tolmac that he thought perhaps the Fellowship is encouraging its members to be nothing more than sheep. Those really in charge were charlatans. And it's simply for the money. What do you think about that? He's probably right. Other people lack discipline required to reach their highest potential. The Fellowship's designed to enrich the lives of everyone who resides in this fair land. Strive for unity. No. Trust. Blah 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 blah. Worthiness precedes reward. Blah blah. Right. Fuck off. Right. Go to bed. Thank you. Whoa. Yeah, I've seen like Arma 3 Life mods. They seem quite involved. Begone, fool! Salutations! You have the crystal, text crystal you got from the adventure. Begins attaching it to his Aura reviewer shortly. It is finished. Want crystal. Job. Moonglow. People. Shell. No. Event. How do I tell you about Zelda? Zelda's feelings. Never really thought about my brother's assistant in such a manner. Too bad for my time permits nothing but observations. Oh well, what can I help with? So she fancies Brian, but he's not interested. Nelson fancies Zelda, but she's not interested in him. Well, shit.